So I'm hanging out at a car park, waiting for a friend who is like an hour and a half later than what he said he was going to. I just sent a message saying, if you're on your way, we'll meet somewhere else, otherwise let's cancel. So until I get that message back from him, I don't know whether to stay here because I don't know if he's close by or what. So future reference, don't do that to me. I don't like waiting. I hate it, actually. You can't start anything, you can't do anything, you're sort of waiting for somebody. Okay, so I hope that the lights can see this. Probably not. That's my new bedspread. $10. You see it? I'm pretty sure it's too dark to show you any of this at the moment, even though it's only about 4:45 at night time. But yeah, here I am, sitting in a car park, waiting. Do you know how annoying that is? Oh, I got this new thing. Ta-da! This is a car starter. So if your battery goes flat, you can start your car with it. Or you can charge your laptop with it. So at the moment, my laptop lasts maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours in the van. And then I have to go outside in the freezing cold to recharge it outside of the house where you normally see me do my videos. So this, I hope, will give me an extra hour, hour and a half. Wow, I look pretty feral this close up. This is the item. Oh, can you see it? So I can plug my phone in there, or I can plug it directly into my laptop. Then I can just, when I'm charging the laptop, I can charge that thing as well, and it will give me an extra couple of hours. So I'm absolutely really looking forward to that. I really hope it works as well as what it should do. Still haven't got a response, so I think I'm just going to drive home now. Bye. Still hasn't shown up and hasn't texted me to say he's going to be late or with a better time or whatever. I guess I don't really work like that. I understand how certain people are. They get carried away with in the moment, and they forget their appointments, and they forget that other people could be waiting for them, and they live in the moment. They don't live by a time schedule. I like to live in the moment as well. But I think time was invented for the very purpose of being able to meet people at a certain time. Otherwise, we could just live in the moment, no worries. I guess it depends. Like for me, on Sundays, I get up, I don't get to sleep till about 3:30. I get up at 6, and then I go to work. Sundays are my hardest days because it's the day, like normally I go to sleep when I'm tired and I get up when I'm no longer tired. So, and that works well on every other day, but Sundays I have to start work early, so it takes a lot longer for me to try and sleep because I've got that anticipation of I have to sleep, I've got to get some sleep, I've got to work in the morning, and that pressure, I've never been able to figure it out. And I'd love to hack my sleep, but you know what I really love? I love the way that I normally do it. When I'm tired, I go to sleep. When I'm no longer tired, I wake up. I think that's how it should be. I like it. If anything, if I was going to biohack anything about my sleep, I would be, I'd try and make sure that I wound down a lot when it got darker. And like as the day gets darker, start winding down. But generally what happens is, I get more wired up the darker it gets. I think computer and electronics have a lot to do with that. So yeah, anyway, the meeting didn't happen. He hasn't called, he hasn't sent a message, and now it's probably nearly 2 hours after. Like with the first 1 o'clock is what let's lock in 1 o'clock is what he said originally, but then I got out of work and he hadn't messaged me or anything, so I waited around work maybe 10 minutes. I'm like, I'll just message him and see if he's forgotten. Messaged him, didn't hear anything, rang, went to voicemail. I'm like, oh crap. Then there was this creepy stalker guy sitting in the backstaff car park, the same guy that I complained about a year ago, who I was actually worried that knew, like that was the lesson, the big lesson that I had of telling people, don't tell people that you live in your car, because creepy guys like that who now know that could make you have fear in your being. Yeah, long story, don't really care about it anymore, but just the fact that he was there, I haven't seen him since, 6-7 months ago, whenever. 5-6 months, anyway, who cares. So he was sitting out there too, and I'm like, I don't want to be not busy with him sitting out there because he could start up again. So basically I saw him sitting there, I pretended I didn't see him, I walked to the car, and then I messaged my friend. So then I tried ringing again, he actually answered, said that he was stuck in a meeting, he will meet me closer to my house. So I said, okay, we'll meet at Water Gardens. Then I said, don't give me a time though, because I know what you're like. Clearly, he laughed and he said, I'll give you 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock it should be, right? So around 3:30, I decided I'll go to Water Gardens anyway. And so I went there, and I was like, okay, what would I do normally? Because normally on a Sunday I'd just be asleep, because I get home, I have a coffee, I have a sleep, and then I can restart my day. But because I was waiting like 1 o'clock and then 3 o'clock, that kind of thing, I was like, okay, well, once we've had our meeting, then I can do my day. So I sort of had my day on hold, and now it's nearly dark. So at the very least, I'm making a video, even if it's going to be a very boring video. Time invented so that people can meet around the same time. Just so you know. And if you're going to be an hour, 2 hours or more late, now it's like, now would be the time that you'd probably message someone and say, sorry, this meeting's going longer than usual, or whatever I'm doing, let's do it for another day. So basically I've just sent him a message saying, if you're already on your way, we'll meet somewhere else, because I'm leaving Water Gardens, and otherwise let's cancel, because I can't handle the anticipation of waiting for someone. I can't. I live in the moment, but if you're not coming, are they coming? Are they going to be here any minute? Are they going to be here in an hour? Are they not coming? Are they going to say 3 hours from now and then not show up, sort of thing? I can't. Why live that way? That's another life. That's not my life. I don't do that. I really don't. I think that comes from the fact that I didn't get my car license until I was 27. So that's a lot of years where I was always waiting for someone. Hours. Always waiting for someone to pick me up and take me somewhere. And I should have got my license, but I was too scared. So ever since I've got my license, basically that hasn't been my reality. Waiting for people, I don't do it. Normally, if it's someone that I know, actually no one I know would do that to me. You know what I mean? They just wouldn't, because they know me. Maybe they've learnt, or maybe they're just more, live on the same terms as me, so they wouldn't do it to other people. But I do understand, like when I was with my last partner, he was from an Arab culture, and they don't go by times. Like if they say 4 o'clock, they really mean whenever, 10, 11, it doesn't really matter. So for me to train him, I think it took 3 years to actually get him to let me know if he's going to be late for dinner. It was just not on their radar. It was just horrible, because you'd cook dinner for 2, he'd say, I'm 10 minutes away. You hurrying to try and get the meal ready on the table so that you can sit down and have dinner, and an hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours later, and when you call, oh yeah, I'm on my way, I'll be there in a second. Like, they're lying. That lie that they do automatically, it's part of their culture, it's part of that, and I hate it, and I can't do it, and I won't do it. So today, that was it. No more. You get an appointment with me, you keep it, and if you're not there in 10 minutes, I'm gone. Or if you haven't said, why, you haven't been, just send a message and say, can't do it. thinking of you. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not even thought about, as far as you're completely forgotten about, even though you've actually got an appointment with them, it's completely different. It is. If I know I've got to meet someone at 4 o'clock and I'm with somebody at 2:30, I'm thinking of that 4 o'clock as well. Like, I'm living in the moment, but I'm also conscious of the 4 o'clock thing. So I know that if it gets on to where I think, oh, this is probably going to go longer, I might send them a message. That's a big long ramble. I'll edit out a lot of that, because that was just a big long ramble about expectations and time. Yeah. All right, so going to run out of light soon. I'll go in, get my PJs on, and make dinner, watch a movie, and that sounds pretty good to me. Okay, bye. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want.